Also, I hope you guys like the more slower stream right now. So one thing I've been trying to figure out when it comes to streaming is, how do I make a good stream? Which seems like a very, very simple question, but it's quite a complex answer. So to give you a little bit of insight as to like what I'm trying to figure out, there's a couple of like balancing things that I try to balance, and I don't know how to balance them properly. For example, like how much of the stream do I make a decent show, and how much of it do I just like make it be a more realistic version of me? To give you a little bit more insight is like, I'm not necessarily going to be entirely me when I'm doing this stream. Don't you think that like I'm exactly like this? Like normally, if I'm just by myself, I'm not going to spend 5 hours in a row just literally talking to myself, which is what I'm doing on stream. So obviously, like the way that I do act on stream is going to be a little bit of a persona, but one which hopefully leans quite a bit close to who I am as a person, and something which leans kind of bit close to, something real. That said though, if I feel like I'm just going to sit here, I'm just going to talk to you and just feel more like, oh man, I'm just going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, hey, how was your day? What's going on? I think that could be fun to like kind of get to know each other, but at the same time, I don't think it's a really good delivery of a show. Now, one thing that I really, really like about my stream is like how much we talk and chat. Yesterday, we joined Go streams, and they have a really cool chat as well. Like their community is great, and one of the things that they said when we raided into them was like, holy shit, dude! Like we were so surprised with like your viewer and like how active your chat is. And I'm like, well, I've been surprised the other way. Not with you guys, because like their stream is great, but honestly, like we tend to have like an average of like, I don't know, like 10 viewers sometimes, and of the 10 viewers, I guess like 8 or 9 of them speak all at the same time. It's like, because to me, I think that one of the cool things about Twitch is that you can just watch and chat at the same time, so you can kind of influence the stream. That's one thing that I think that Twitch's strength is at, and that's also something that I really encourage. I really encourage people talking in chat right here and having a little discussion. At the same time, I also know that from my personal experience, sometimes I just have something to do and want to have something in the background. So I do really like to have the focus of the chat of the stream be the interaction with me in chat. But at the same time, you also want to balance it with having some sort of story that goes on, or some sort of like linear directive. That isn't just me responding to everyone that's saying something in chat. Like if Tribal says lol right now, I'm not going to be like, haha. Sumi does a little emote, I'm going to be, haha. If I do that the entire time, that's kind of hard to follow unless you're literally typing in chat and you're just waiting for me to respond to your message. I want to have it be more comprehensive. And what I feel like, if I look at to some bigger streams right now, some larger viewer numbers, sometimes I'm really surprised with like the chat rate is like half of what we have right here. Which, I don't know, if you have like 100, 200 viewers, how do you only have like 2 people talking? That's weird. That's really, really weird. But hey, I'm not going to throw any accusations out here. I'm not going to tell you how to do your stream. I'm just trying to figure out my balance. So one of my balances is like, how much do I like just follow chat and just like go with wherever we want to go? And how much do I make sure that there's like some sort of like ongoing recurring theme? Like right now, if I'm speaking to you like this, like one of the things that I'm doing is a little bit of a monologue. People might say, he's doing the YouTubes right now. He's making a clip, which, trust me, I am. I am indeed. But at the same time, if I want to, give you a little bit of structure that isn't just me responding to your chat right now, one of the things is like I need to monologue a little bit. I need to make sure that my thoughts are somewhat structured so I can speak with you. I can tell you what's going on. And people who are listening to this who may not be you sending your message right now will also understand what's going on. So it will be like a fun, entertaining show to listen to. So you have that little balance. Then you also have the little balance of like, aside from like talking to chat and like having a little bit of a monologue and a little bit of a structure is like, how do you balance your energy? Like, as I said, like I could be more closer to my regular energy. Be like, hey guys, how's it going? Like I'm feeling a little bit tired because we've had like two days of consistent streams, and this is my 3rd consecutive day of streaming. It's a bit tiring, like I'm feeling a little bit sluggish right now. I don't feel like, woo, let's go boys, let's do this really exciting thing. But at the same time, I also like, that's also not very exciting to watch. So like, how do you balance that? Like, how do you balance your time of just like do you bring the energy that you want to bring, or do you bring the energy that you have right now? Like, what's the right balance? And I felt like recently I've been trying to treat this more as a show, which means that, if you treat this as a show, you have to, bring the balance or bring the energy that you feel the show deserves. But at the same time, isn't that like more of televising social media? And what do I mean with televising social media? Well, what I mean with televising social media is that, as we talked a little bit about yesterday, I feel that one of the faults that YouTubers run into is that they try to make their shows so great, their videos so great, that it takes them so long to make that basically they invest too much into it and the video comes out and it's kind of like, yeah, that's kind of cool, but it really wasn't worth it. It really wasn't worth it to me as a viewer to watch you spend 3 months instead of 3 days to make a video that, you could have made in 3 days and I could have enjoyed. Because one of the things I really enjoyed about early YouTube was that it was like very raw. It was just someone talking to a camera inside their room and that was it. That was a really personal connection because like I could feel you were there and you were approachable rather than on TV where I didn't even know how people would get into TV. I thought people on TV were living on a different planet, a different reality. You would never ever meet someone on TV. You would never speak to them. They only lived inside the TV. Whereas with YouTube, you could go to the comments and talk to them. Same with Twitch. It's like with Twitch, like the really nice thing was that you could just have a personal connection. You could talk to someone. But if I'm out here doing a show, giving energy that I don't personally have, that I personally wouldn't bring, does that not distance myself further from like the original point of Twitch? That's something that I don't know about. So like that's the other balance. So we have the balance of like how much do I respond to chat and how much do I like present my show? How much do I bring like my actual energy and how much do I like bring myself more of like a presenter energy? Because at the same time you do have to realize that everyone on Twitch is a persona. As I said before, this is not really me. It is me, but it's also me leaning into something. At the end of the day, you have to balance that. So those are balances I'm trying to look for. I'm also trying to balance that, like what kind of content do I do? I'm trying to like go back a little bit to Warframe because I think it's fun to go back into it, but I also don't want to lean fully into it. I also don't want to lean fully into one game, but there's also things that we want to continue. So those are kind of the balances I'm looking for when it comes to streaming. And one of the things that I just said, it's like how this is also kind of a collaboration thing. I want subtitles. You want subtitles for the stream? Do you mean that? I tried subtitles yesterday on the vertical stream. I don't know how well that worked. We can actually go take a look at this. The vertical stream is something I'm trying out for the first time. It's something I'm trying out this week. The very first vertical stream has been quite successful. As you can see, it got more views than the horizontal stream, and I think it attracted new people to the channel as well. So that's been quite good. However, yesterday, what I tried to do is I tried to set the vertical stream on a longer latency and add automatic subtitles to it. Such that if you're watching on mobile and you don't actually have earphones in or you don't have time to like put this on, like put on your big speaker, because sometimes you just don't really have that point in time, I figured like maybe it's nice to have some subtitles. So as you can see right here, this stream right here has subtitles, but this really didn't do all that well. So that's also why it's unlisted right now, so you can still watch this. But if like we're just gonna see, how it does. And then maybe I'll bring back subtitles for the next one. I just want to see like what works and what doesn't work, because like YouTube is just like a big slot machine. You just have to figure out what the hell is going on with it. Sumi says, I don't have my headphones on, so I can't hear well. Would you prefer to have subtitles on both the streams, like both YouTube and on both YouTube streams, like this one and that one? Or would you say like, hey, if there's subtitles on the vertical stream, I'd rather watch a vertical stream? Like, what do you think? It's like one of the things that I'm wondering about is like if I put the normal latency on here, it will probably take longer for like this right here to reach YouTube than it does to reach Twitch. So Twitch is going to be a bit better. Because honestly, like I'm running this channel, but you're running it with me too. And how do I mean you're running this channel with me too? Well, the way that you're running this with me too is like I'm just experimenting things like, hey, what works? Like, let me try like a vertical stream. Let me try a community stream. Let me try playing music. Let me not try playing music. And I'm just going to try that. And I'm going to listen to you guys like, what do you guys think? And if you guys like it, I'll probably do more of it. But if you guys don't like it, I'll don't do as much of it. So there is very much influence that you have, of course, in like the way that this stream is being done. Because yes, like this right here is me just like trying to like make something work, but at the same time, I don't know what works, and like listening to your feedback is something that will make it work or make it not work.